right, well, good afternoon and welcome to 55 Plus Live. I'm Nick England.
And I'm Leela Peg.
And today is Tuesday, February 16th. Thanks for joining us.
Now we're already in mid-February.
That's absolutely right.
And lots of good February weather.
Yes. Oh, yeah. All that snow, all of that craziness. It's finally come, right?
Yes.
We were just talking on the last show about how much we wanted to see some snow. So we got it.
We got it, and we might see some more.
That's right.
And we're also seeing super low temperatures.
Yes.
Which is not as fun as snow, but It is February.
Yeah. So how was your Valentine's Day?
It was good. We didn't do too much, just ate a lot of chocolate. Mm-hmm. What about you?
I opened a bottle of wine and watched a movie by myself.
Nice.
Yes.
Was it a Valentine's-y movie?
Yeah, I won't go into details.
Well, one other thing that I did do for Valentine's Day, even though it was earlier last week, was I saw Love Songs Live with Julianne Corley, and it was wonderful. And she did some sing-alongs and just some really great kind of oldies but goodies. And so I think everybody really enjoyed it.
All right. Well, we have a great segment for you guys today. First off, of course, we'll start off with Sydney with the 55 Plus forecast. Then we have a front yard interview with Elizabeth. And finally, of course, our favorite top 5 segment. But first, to get started, let's go to Sydney now with the 55 Plus forecast. Take it away.
Thanks, Leela and Nick. I hope everyone had a safe and fun Valentine's Day. Let's go through the next 2 weeks of programming, starting with Wednesday the 17th. Get your Apple questions answered with one-on-one instruction in Mac, iPhone, iPad tutoring. Enjoy an afternoon show at 1:30 with the program Acoustic Hour Online. On Wednesday, the 18th, learn how to build a healthy bowl meal in the program Nutrition in a Bowl. Also on Wednesday, the program Genealogy Part 4, African American Research. An outreach specialist from the Virginia Library will discuss sources that will aid in your investigations in African American history. Closing out the week of the 15th, on Friday, the 19th, check out the program Hallowed Ground for All. This exciting program will discuss the interconnectedness of African American history with the history of the Arlington National Cemetery. Next week, on Monday the 22nd, you'll see that there are plenty of options for you to choose from. I wanted to highlight one specific program, the monthly program, Ask an Extension Agent Anything. This is your chance to find solutions to your horticulture challenges. Send in your questions to the Virginia Cooperative Extension Master Gardener Help Desk. That address is mgarlalex@gmail.com. On Tuesday the 23rd, discover ways to create more joyful and fulfilling life for yourself and others in the program Happiness 101. That will be at 2 p.m. On Wednesday the 24th, check out the program Controlling Clutter. I need this one. To learn how to organize papers and decide what documents to keep or shred. Also on Wednesday, are you a poet or do you aspire to write poetry? Check out this new group, Pondering Poetry. On Thursday, the 25th, enjoy a virtual tour of this year's Arts and Crafts exhibit. This exhibit will showcase the many talents of our 55 Plus members. See works of art such as paintings, yarn creations, photography, poetry, and other craft items. Whew, a lot of programs. Finally, on Friday the 26th, join the Virginia Cooperative Extension Master Food Volunteers to learn some heart-healthy tips and recipes with a focus on lowering or maintaining your healthy blood pressure. And that's it for us. I hope there are some few programs that you're interested in trying out in the next 2 weeks. I'll see you at the next program. And back to you, Nick and Leela.
Great. Well, thank you, Sydney.
There is going to be a lot of good things coming up the next 2 weeks that Sydney just talked about, but One thing that I really want to check out, and hopefully you will want to also, is Moon Lore with Ken Rosenthal. And that is February 17th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. So it's in the evening. So so maybe you guys can put it on during dinner or just and be able to enjoy it, relaxing, maybe looking at the moon. But I think that'll be really cool.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yes,
for sure.
Ken is an awesome naturalist with Arlington County Nature Centers, and yeah, I think it'll be a really cool program.
Very cool.
And then the other thing the big thing that's coming up is our online art exhibition. Sydney talked about it, but again, don't miss it. February 25th, 1 to 2 p.m. to check out our 55 plus members art.
Yeah. So many great artists in our community. It's just incredible the work that they put together, and that's going to be a really exciting show.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm
Cool.
excited about it. I think it'll be great.
Yeah. So a big hot subject, of course, on everybody's minds this February is vaccines. And you have a few updates on vaccinations before we go to our next segment, right?
Yes, just a quick announcement. Although many of you might have already heard that everyone who is 65 and older who has already pre-registered with the county to receive a vaccination will be contacted by email. You might have already been contacted by email to schedule your first dose appointments. So you'll be able to do that online. Probably, maybe many of you already have done that online. But if you need help, there's a hotline, 703-228-7999. And just like a quick shout out to our 55 plus staff and many DHS staff and staff really all over Arlington County government that made all those phone calls. The week before last for our 75 plus community members in Arlington.
Yeah.
So that was a great effort. And
It really was. It was
Yes.
over 3,000 phone calls that were made all throughout the weekend, and a lot of folks got their appointment even sooner than they originally had scheduled. So
yes.
some positives coming out of all the work that's being done. So
Yes.
I'm excited about that. Well, great. Thank you, Leela, for giving us that update. We go now to Elizabeth, who's in the field for her front yard interview. Take it away, Elizabeth.
Hi, welcome to another segment of Backyard Interviews. I'm Elizabeth Poole, and today I'm here with Oscar and Rosario Corrales, who is going to talk to us about their love story. Of course, February is a month of love and romance. And I want to talk to you about first, you attend the Arlington Mills Social 60 Cafe program, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been going there?
Around 5 years.
Okay. And what do you like best about the program?
Well, I like it, the Arlington Mill because they have nice program and they have good people. And this time I met Emma and Jennifer. Later I met this gentleman, Nick, very good man. He helped a lot to us.
And what activities do you like to participate in?
Well, I like English class. I like make art, and we used to make a trip to a park, museum, and a shopping center, and almost the time we're busy. And last month we have last week the month we had dancing for 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have dancing program. Yes.
Oh, great. Well, now I want to hear about your love story, okay? How you met and what happened next.
Oh, we met in June 2019, and we start to romance and they used to make a party for Spanish. They call it Hispanidad and Arlington Milk. That time we start to talking and talking and talking, after this, we married in 2020, and 14 February. February 14.
So you met actually on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That is so great.
Yeah.
And I understand you dated and then you married, correct?
Yes. We
Wow.
married, 14, February 14.
Aw, that's great.
Yeah.
What a lovely, lovely love story. And it's never too late to find love. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your love story.
Oh, thank you, you nice people. Thank you for for your time.
Thanks, Elizabeth. That was great. So I love those interviews.
I know, and what a great story.
Right.
But now, just leading into our next segment, we're talking about what are the things that you guys have been doing at home, especially during winter when it's hard to do things outside.
Yeah.
A lot of things aren't open. What are you doing to stay busy, or just like new activities, or maybe new things entertainment that you found online or TV or just whatever?
Yeah.
What has everyone been doing? What have you been doing now?
Oh, for me, I love movies and
Mhm.
TV. I've become a big couch potato, but I've also been trying to be active as well.
Mhm.
We got a subscription to HelloFresh, so I have been
Oh.
trying out my cooking skills, and it's really fun because everything's all there in the box for you to do it, and you feel like a professional chef.
I've always seen
yeah.
commercials and ads for that, and I've never tried it.
They're
But-
really fun. Like
Really?
if you actually do them and they don't sit in your refrigerator and go bad, they're really good. Which has happened before. But
and they're
yeah,
healthier meals,
they
right?
are
Okay.
healthier. Yeah. So new year, new me.
Mhm.
It's one of the things we're working on. How about you? What have you been doing to, pass the time during these cold winter days?
I hate to say it, but yeah, my screen use has gone way up. Where you
That little reminder. Oh
the report
gosh.
comes up,
Yeah.
your screen use has gone up 67% since last week.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. But there's so much good stuff online right now, right?
Yeah, there is.
And I was actually we have a coping with COVID program. It's more like a discussion group. And this was one of the things that we were all talking about was how are we coping, especially
Mhm.
during the winter?
Yeah.
And people getting really sucked into, things online, and just making sure to carve out some time that you're not online, which
Right.
I think it's great that people, they were talking up our 55 plus programs and how
Yeah.
they schedule 50 programs,
Oh, yeah.
which I think is great.
Yeah.
But they were saying that one of the walkaways from that discussion was, let's carve out some time where maybe you do a project on your own.
Mhm.
You go outside to walk, just because it's so hard during the winter,
Yeah.
to actually, do other things besides just want to sit on your couch and,
Mhm.
and look at screens. But anyway, so
Speaking of things to do while you are home and inside, one of our great programs we have is our writing workshop. We go down to Sydney, who is with the instructor for that program, who's going to be giving a writing prompt, and you'll get a little taste of how it goes. All right, let's go there.
We are here today in our writing workshop series program. It's a new series that we've brought to this catalog. So it's been running from January into the end of February. And we have Catherine Franz here, who is the instructor, and we have some of our participants. And she's going to start and give a writing prompt for our writers. So I'll pass it over to you, Catherine.
Thank you, Sydney. Our first request here is about love. And the first exercise is basically a 5-minute writing exercise to make a list of 15 things. Of course, you could do more if you'd like, or a little less, but go for 15 things that you love. And let me show you this slide on that. Next thing is this exercise is to list 15 things or more, if you'd like, that you love to do, be, or have. This is about you. Please don't list your love about someone else unless it's very briefly, but it's mainly for you. This is about love in your life now, not in the past, but now in your life. And I have an illustration of the ones that I wrote, and that's in the next slide, Sydney, if you could post that. I love putting food out for God's creatures in the morning. I love seeing them peck the ground and pick up the seeds. I like watching the birds and squirrels eat, watch each snowflake fall in the air. I love my electric blanket. And of course, there's a lot more. So we're going to go ahead and start the exercise for 5 minutes now. You make your list that says, I love, and go for it. Sydney, can we have a timer for 5 minutes?
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Welcome back, everybody. Sydney, that was such a cool program, the writing workshop.
I think so too. It's newer, and I think it's been going pretty well.
And I think what better time to do this than now to start writing? Like you've got, a lot of people have extra time on their hands and can be creative. So yeah, I think that's awesome. And speaking of doing some new things and having extra time on your hands, Sydney is joining me today for the top 5. And that is going to be the top 5 virtual entertainment recommendations from our 55 plus members. So we had a lot of cool recommendations that I had never heard of. So I think some we have, but most of them we have not. So, and again, this is not in any order. These are just our top 5 recommendations. So our first one is Cracking the Cryptic YouTube channel. Videos on how to solve puzzles.
Oh,
which
fun.
I think is so cool. So it's these 2 guys who are in this picture are crossword and Sudoku world champions. And they talk about how you crack puzzles. And one of our 55 plus members who recommended this actually said she didn't think it would be so fascinating to watch people crack puzzles, but it really is. And they have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
Wow.
Yes. So if you enjoy puzzles, like this might be something really cool for you to check out.
It's actually so interesting. I used to work at the Virginia Hospital Center and as a recreational therapist. And one of the activities that I would do would be a group activity where we were going through a crossword puzzle together. And through that, I learned that there are a lot of different tricks and things that they repeat. So people will know that if the clue is shortened or like, what's the word that I'm looking for?
If it's like a really short,
and like if the word is abbreviated, there we go. If the word is abbreviated, then the answer will be abbreviated. So there's just certain tips and tricks that I learned from people in the hospital. So I think that's really cool that they're making a whole YouTube channel out of that.
Yeah, well, apparently a lot of people enjoy it.
Right.
Cracking the Cryptic.
All right. And then the next one that we have here is 92Y New York. And this is online classes. So I have a little blurb here about them. So for 145 years, 92nd Street Y has been serving its communities and the larger world by bringing people together and providing exceptional, groundbreaking programs in the performing and visual arts. Oh, cool. Literature and culture, adult and children's education, and talks on huge range of topics, health and fitness. So it sounds like it's just a wealth of different programming, similar to maybe our Encore Learning, but covering all sorts of stuff.
Right. It does sound very similar to Encore Learning. She said, our 55 plus member who recommended this said, it's the 92nd Street Y. In New York City. It has lots of great classes and concerts. And when I was looking on this, you can, click on adult classes. There were, they had a huge list of offerings. Yes. And, but they do cost money. So I clicked on, I think, a cooking class that looked really good. And it was like $20.
Yeah.
But if you see something that, you really want to see, and I think it's like she said, a lot of great classes and performances and things like that. that $20 is pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you were going in person, it would probably be like 100.
Oh, right. Yeah, absolutely.
So
Now's the time to pick up a new skill.
that's true.
Oh, a little plug here.
We know all about this. So we had 2 people recommend our 55
Yeah.
programs. And this is our YouTube channel. That I just wanted to show you guys because another shout out. We have 504 subscribers. We hit the 500 mark, guys. We are so
Yeah.
excited.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please just go to virtual programs, look for that little orange 55 plus emblem and just click on that. It brings you to the web page or to the YouTube channel and you could hit subscribe. But on this, and here's just a little shot of some of the classes. Can you read some of those out, Sydney?
Yeah, so we have Tabata with Tammy, which I know is a very popular one. I think it's had over 1,000 views on that one.
Mhm.
We have a Halloween special, and that one is what's the talking group? Spellbinders.
yes, the Spellbinders.
And then we also have some tech tips with Nick, which I'm sure is a really popular one because everyone likes to get some stuff from Nick. And then another really popular one is landscape reflections in acrylic by the very famous Jim Halloran of the Community Arts Department. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of variety on our YouTube page.
Yes, there are so many. I mean, I was just looking at the content that's in there and it's all free, guys, all free. So if you want to try Tai Chi, if you want to try seated exercise, if you want to try there are so many different yogas.
You can also watch all of our old 55 plus live episodes. So if you missed any of our
Woohoo!
episodes, they're all on YouTube. And like our holiday variety show, you can check that out as well. That's also on our YouTube page.
Yes. So 55 plus programs. I'm so glad that it was mentioned here for some of your online entertainment.
All right.
Okay.
And the next one we have here is WERA 96.7. WERA's mission is to enlighten, enrich, and entertain Arlington's diverse community by promoting and facilitating independent radio. Radio is still alive, people. So it's written here that a project of Arlington Independent Media, WERA's programming is produced by and for the community. WERA is an outlet for anyone interested in creating, producing, and delivering broadcast quality content to the Arlington community and surrounding area. WERA features local-centric programming brought to you by talented and dedicated volunteer producers working in a wide variety of genres and styles to bring the sights and sounds of the Arlington area to our listeners. Cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that is really cool.
It is the only, I think, Arlington-based radio station. But if you go to their website, you can see on here, you could click on programs and then look at their schedule. And they just have all kinds of great offerings on there. It's not just music. A lot of it is music, but there's some, some different like talking, like talk show type things, but they're all, radio. And I think what's great about this is if you have friends that, don't really like to use the computer much, and they can listen to 96.7 and get a lot of great news and just, local news. I'm sure like vaccine, they're making sure that vaccine information
Right, absolutely.
is on there and just entertainment. Just great listening. And, I also saw that there is a show on there every week.
I was just thinking.
Aging Matters.
Yes, she's come and she's done a program for us at Walter Reed, and I think she also has a podcast. I can't remember what her name is. Cheryl
Beversdorf.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's lovely.
Yeah, so that is every week on Tuesdays at 2 p.m., Aging Matters, and it's on 96.7. So check out that local radio station. I think it's got a lot of great programs in there.
I have to check it out.
I know.
96.7.
Mm-hmm. Oh, whoops. Went to there.
All right.
That was from last week.
Just a reminder of the food that we love so much.
Yes. So here are some of the other recommendations that were given by 55 plus members. Of course, AARP Facebook programs. I went on there. You click on videos, and they just have so much stuff. So much stuff. Again, those are free also. And then YouTube line dances. One of our members loves line dancing and just looks at YouTube videos and does that in her living room. So check out some line dancing YouTube videos.
Yeah, so that's a good segue. We also have on here is laughter yoga, which is something that I had never heard of before today. But you guys get to watch Leela and I do a little short video. I think it was about 4 minutes of us doing some laughter yoga, and I will definitely say it got me feeling some type of way. I think happy is happy and a little embarrassed, but we're going to switch over to that now, and we hope that you guys will follow along with us as we do this silly yoga-inspired laughter yoga.
I'm here with Sydney today, and we are going to be doing laughter yoga. One of our 55 plus members, Marianne Orecchio, recommended doing laughter yoga at home during the winter to just to have a little bit of fun. You can look it up on YouTube. There are dozens of videos. And laughter yoga is just really good just to lift your spirits and make you laugh. At first it's forced laughter, but then you really start laughing. And just to have fun. So it's something new to try. So I hope that you'll join us and
Yeah,
do
we're
it with
gonna
us.
be following a YouTube video, so stick with us, and we're gonna look a little silly, but no one can see you at least. So enjoy, guys. All right. So I'm gonna start this. Oh, oh, ha, ha, ha. Oh, oh, ha, ha, ha. Oh. Yay!
Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. A little faster.
Ha, ha, ha.
Ho.
Yay!
Ha, ha, ha.
Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah. Ha, 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 ha.
Yay! Ha, 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 ha. Okay. It's like being on a roller coaster.
Oh, big stretch. Oh. That was a real laugh.
Ho, ho, ha, ha, ho. This is unlike anything I've done before. I can't believe we're doing this. There's only the two of us. You know, we love each other so much.
This is argument laughter.
I can't say I've ever done this before. Oh.
Here, ready?
My palms. Yeah.
And the last part of laughter yoga is laughter meditation.
This guy is something else. Oh.
Do you feel your endorphins like
Yeah, something's definitely happening.
There we go.
Yeah, that was, I think it would definitely be a different situation with a larger group. There's just 3 of us here in the studio, so it's a little, two here and then 1 filming who's laughing behind camera. So if you live with a couple people, that might be fun to do with a group of people that might be in your pod, but definitely something new and exciting, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it did. Like I said, you were forcing it at first, but then it did kind of become funny. Oh, Sydney, that was fun.
Something. It was something. I would say most of those laughs were genuine.
Yes.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Some of them were forced.
Some of them are forced, but like we said, it does lift your spirits. Like it does make you feel happy. So, and we need that right now.
Absolutely.
Especially during these cold winter days. But, we hope you enjoyed today's show. Stay warm in this weather, and we will see you
March 4th is our next show, and Nick will be back. He had to step away for a meeting, so I had to cover. So the regular co-anchor will be here next week, and I'll just be back to doing the program forecast. But thank you all for watching, and we will see you on March 4th.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.